always find other resources for our younger kids. And we really need to make that a priority because those are our kids coming up. You know, we could give all the support in the world to our juniors and seniors, which we're doing, but they're going to be gone in 2 years and hopefully on to bigger and better things. So we need to get them when they're small. This I spoke about. This is how we're identifying the students that need the most support. I require all of the guidance counselors in every building to provide me with weekly data. I made them, you know, they're all on the same page. They all have the same exact spreadsheet that they have to fill out, and it lets me look at those students and see where we need to give more support. This is our weekly meetings that we have. We're all involved, especially at the high school. We have a lot more staff there, as I mentioned, to put this in place. And this is basically what we focus on when we meet each week. Okay. Michael, do you want to touch base about the INRS program?
The INRS program, which is the Intervention and Referral Services, is in every school. We have teams set up in every school. We're standardizing our best practices from school to school at this point now. Marcy and I have been working very closely with the teams in each building. Every week we are out in the field and we're actually sitting in on these meetings. We are making sure that the meetings are well attended and that we're assisting in terms of directing and guiding on what the outcomes are in terms of the plan, the response plans on children who've been referred. This is a process. It's a capacity building process in terms of the staff. And one thing that we've definitely started since September is the standardization of how we're going about doing our business. As you know, we've started with our discipline code of conduct. We took a look at our drug regulation policy. We're tightening all that up. And basically just getting everyone on the same page. As Ms. Silva said before, and Mr. Gilson said, we're working with the teachers, we're introducing ourselves, we're letting everyone know what the resources are in the district, and we're aligning those. What's that? Okay. As an example, just in terms of how we're collecting the data, the school-based services is the director is Mary Ann Bradley Arkish. Just as a quick example, we looked at last year's data of students that were referred to the school-based team over at the high school. 50% of the students were seen in counseling at the high school last year. So now what we're doing is we're taking that data, we're breaking it down, and we're actually looking at what the reasons were of why the students were, and we're trying to correlate it in terms of guidance, in terms of attendance, and things such as that. Yes.
Now, with that counseling, you also get the parents involved as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Any counseling modality will always include parental involvement because we require parental permission.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm sorry, I had a question. It was a good question. Now, are these services offered also to bilingual?
Yes.
For parents that don't speak English?
Absolutely. We have bilingual. Most of the counselors on the school-based team are bilingual. And yes. Thank you.
I have a question. Are there any challenges in reaching?
I'm sorry?
Do you find any challenges in terms of reaching out to parents?
I would really have to say that we've had, I think we've had very good success reaching out to the parents. And that the parents definitely come into the school. And if they don't, we really go outside the box to get them there. But it's really not, that's not really been an issue.
No, it's also, I think, a culture change. Right. It's a culture change. You talk to people that have been here, and almost the mentality was, well, they won't come in or they can't come in. But did you ever go 5 steps ahead and to get them in? And the counselors are even saying they do come in. Today we had an IRS meeting at the high school. Today? It seems so long ago. Today, and there were 4 meetings, and all 4 parents showed up at the high school. That's a good.
We also work with Mr. Williams, so Dario Williams, and he's terrific in terms of going out, contacting the parents and letting them know if we don't get a response back. So we've had pretty good success with that.
We're going to ask you to come back soon,
Okay.
but if we could
Sure.
move it a little bit just because of the hours.
Sure, I'll move it along very quickly. And just to finish up with a couple of things, and just to reflect some of the things that they were talking about, the attendance and the effectiveness, our attendance rate is actually going up almost about 5% over last year. If we can actually move on to the next. We've gone from 89 to about 93. We actually think it's going to go up a little bit further because we did have one day.
By the way, for the benefit of the public, this will be on our website by Monday.
And I'll move on to the next one. As far as the increase in HESPA data, we actually went up 5% in our language arts, and we will make sure that we actually do go up further. This year, we're doing a lot of different proactive measures within the classrooms to make sure that this actually does happen. Move on to the next two slides if we can. Mathematics is another area of concentration. What we're doing is we're trying to make sure that we do mathematics across the curriculum. We're going to get a lot of different professional development done within the PLCs. That's going to arrive in the next couple of weeks. Different people that have actually been approved to offer that, and it's embedded in the day, so they'll be working and coaching the teachers. As far as SATs, we're going to actually make sure within the next couple of weeks, especially at the next SAT, we're going to offer an incentive program so what we can do is we can actually increase our numbers or get right to the big number we went up to 210 last year. Fifth placement,
I'm sorry.
we're going to move along.
I have a quick question. The SATs, can you just go back to that full question real quick? You know, students that take the SATs is fine. Whether or not they score high enough to get into the schools that they want to get in, do you also look, or you're able to look at the scores that the students have and know exactly, you know, how soon, you know, are you going to take them to see the scores and find out where you need to adjust and what we need to work on exactly so you get the high scores?
We definitely need to do that because we just look at our English scores and we look at our mathematics scores. We are going to implement the same exact strategies that we've been implementing to make sure that we're on track with HESPA. Good instruction, good solid curriculum. That'll basically make sure that what we're doing is we're going to start.
And Tracy, as you remember, last year our push, one of the indicators was how many kids actually take it.
Yes.
So we actually had that incentive program.
It was $5 off.
$5 off the prom, and we
I actually have that copy here. I actually printed it out because I had more questions about that. Actually, thank you.
And if I can move on. These are the different colleges and universities that the 2011 graduating class that we're actually, I think what we're going to end up doing is we're going to make sure that we're going to set a couple of goals, I think, over the next couple of weeks, especially just before the January deadline for a lot of places, and we're going to make sure that we get kids actually involved in actually filling out.
And we have weekly colleges coming into the high schools that students can sign up for and just get informative information about the college. So they actually come to the high school. We've had about 16 universities come so far.
Is that like a fair?
And it's not set up as a fair. They come as individual schools and they send representatives. And then we provided a bus and went to the college fair at Retaco Center. Is it called Not anymore. Yes, Pine Bell Arena. We went there. We had about 50 to 75 students go on the bus, and then in addition, some students had their own transportation. So, and some of
So
the
it's not that they interview, it's just they presenting there in college.
When they come to Lakewood High School, they present. When they went to the college fair, they got to go
It's
circulate. Yes.
Now, as far as the extracurricular clubs, there's 32 of them that we actually have actively approved, I believe, right now. Mr. Wall's been working on this, and I'll go for it. And so hopefully we have actually 33 up there, and we're making sure that we're getting students after school services. So that this way what we do is we could really celebrate Lakewood's high school, not just the academics that are occurring in the day, but also the extended day as well. The major thing that actually Marion said that she started off with is some of the beliefs, some of the things that we're making sure that we're putting into practice all the time, which is basically this: the needs of all students, offering high quality instruction every day so that every child has the opportunity to meet or exceed their individual potential. And that's what we're trying to make sure that the students are aware of. That's what we're making sure that the administrative staff is aware of. That's what we're trying to make sure that our students are aware of and our parents are aware of. And that's pretty much it.
Please, lights.
The lights, somebody's too noisy.
Al. Oh, wow, you look a little older from that picture. Mr. Trishada is not here any longer, but could you make sure he puts that on the website tomorrow? So, under Lakewood High School? Thank you. He's on it.
Make a motion to move with the agenda.
Okay, the agenda as amended.
As amended.
A first and a second. Any discussion?
No.
No.
Well, I do, but, you know, I do have a couple things
Okay.
on the agenda. Page 2, item number B. Item number B, page 2, item B. Under the group items transfer, the amount of money, it just seems kind of weird. I don't know if it's a misprint, that the amount for transportation and the amount going to the private school for tuition is exactly the same. I don't know if is that a typo or is that just something that happened to work out that way? The numbers.
No, it's a -1, it's minus, and it's
Use
a
your
plus.
mic. Use your mic. What I think, okay, why not? Use your mic.
It's a debit from the first account and credit to the second account.
Oh, so you take it out of,
One account and put it in another.
okay, I got you.
Any other questions, Mr. Tracy?
The policy, page 4, item number 2, the superintendent items, the revised policies. I don't recall seeing a minutes out the packet. There's something that needs to review, it's supposed to be.
They were given out
They were
last
given
time.
out the last time.
Last meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Last packet?
Yes.
Yeah, I had it last week. The number 9, we talked about that, the approved grant thing, dropout, that's through, the plan for that. The special ed, number 15 on page 5, the approval of the special ed, monitoring report. I wanted to go over that in the back later, but we didn't really have time to go over it, because there's a lot of things that I find wrong with that report. Did anybody else read that report, Sarge? Okay, then ask some questions about that. Can we get together sometime next week or before the next meeting, Mike?
Absolutely. That, Ms. Tobiah has been working on that.
Thank you.
In fact, we will get something over your, we will get something to you before Monday following Thanksgiving.
Gotcha. And the last thing, page 8, item number 2, the bilingual teacher, I don't want to mispronounce her name.
Rodinka.
Rodinka. Now, are we teaching Polish now in the school district? Is that something that?
Yeah, that's Russian. Are we speaking Polish?
Yes.
Actually, I want to say this, we do have, it's interesting to bring that up, we do have Polish students of Polish origin. Actually, I'm not, but right here next door in these apartments, there's a large concentration of students who speak Polish. And we actually need to test them in their language, which is Polish.
Makes sense. Okay, one more item that I know that was on the agenda at the last meeting, but it was tabled. I just want to know what is the information that was supposed to get looked up. It was a teacher or somebody at Oak Street School, one of the secretaries, we questioning.
Yeah, actually, we can't discuss employees, but
yes, I know, but did we actually look into it?
Well, actually, what's interesting is yesterday, yet again, the union met with Ms. Silva and myself, and today I want to thank the union. They did get the additional information on, I think it's 2 secretaries, it is. So I got that today from Carol, not Carol. It wasn't Carol's memory. We got that from the union president and vice president, and then Lynn Capper gave me stuff. So we are reviewing that. Yes, we are reviewing that.
But this was a hat from last meeting that.
Yeah, I just got it yesterday and today. I want to thank those people who got it to me.
There's some other things too, but I'll go with that. Yes, we can go on the agenda.
Okay, if you can call the agenda, unless there are other questions on the agenda as amended.
Mr. Friedman?
Yes.
Mr. Greenspan?
Yes.
Mr. Seitler?
He's in the back.
Mr. Silver?
Who's he on the phone with?
Mr. Tiff?
Yes. One thing, are we, I'd say no on the minutes, because I wasn't here for the minutes.
Yes,
So
me
I-
too,
I-
actually.
Let me just say no
Yes.
on the minutes for
I remember.
June 15th.
Yeah, you too. All right, we'll amend Mr. Mr. We'll amend that.
I think it's a joint.
Okay, we need to have order.
Yes to the agenda, no on the minutes from June 15th. I wasn't here on that meeting.
Okay.
Mr. Slotkin?
Yes.
Mr. Grunhut?
Yes.
Motion, agenda passes.
There are several addendum that Ms. Arlene has given to me. I will read them. There is a motion to approve change in the 11-12 school calendar. the 11-12 school calendar to reflect a change from a full day to a half day on Friday, December 23rd. It will be a half day Friday, December 23rd. Approve nursing service plans for the 11-12 school year submitted by Margaret Bush, nurse coordinator, and reviewed by Dr. Harrison, Central Jersey Sports Medicine. There are reports and recommendations of the superintendent to approve Jennifer Boyd, Sean Reed, and Captain Annan to attend the Foundation Community-Based Instruction Workshop in Trenton on November 22nd, cost mileage only. Approve Stephanie Cook and Lauren Dantino to attend the CICC workshop at Lacey High School, December 9th, no cost to the district. Approve Marcy Paterzo to attend the Charlotte Danielson training for SIG grant on November 14th, 28th, and 29th, and no cost to the district. Approve Ann Benitz, Sean Rand, and Kathleen Annan to attend Teaching Strategies in the Community Workshop in Trenton on December 9th and January 9th, cost mileage only. Superintendent items to improve the integrated pest management policy and plans for Clifton, Clark, Oak Spruce, Middle School, High School, and the Early Childhood Center. Ms. Laura, are you here? Yes, as always, thank you, Ms. Winters. Can we, if the board should choose to approve these, can we have these up on the agenda, on the website by December 1st? Thank you. Reports and recommendations of the superintendent approve the following teachers to align the social studies curriculum with the New Jersey core curriculum content standards and Common Core. The curriculum will be updated during the week of December 5th. Cost of substitutes will be paid through Title I funds. Jessica Corba, kindergarten. Jennifer Capler-Patterson, first grade. Jennifer Patella, second. Reggie Longo, third. Sal Montaro, fourth. John Newton, fifth. Dawn Carpenter, sixth. Roy Yakubovichka, seventh. Am I reading this right? And Gina Silananti, eighth. This is important for the public and board. These all are, but here, reporting recommendation of the board secretary, business administrator. Approved to purchase 50 computers and LCD computer monitors from Hewlett-Packard as per New Jersey State Contract 7262 for the high school classrooms in the amount of $34,114.50 paid through the SIG grant. Approval to purchase high school classroom and building cabling systems for preparation of the installation of smart boards from Office Business Systems, Lincoln Park, in the amount of $29,200 as per New Jersey State Contract 73979 to be paid through the SIG grant. Number 3, approval to purchase 50 smart boards for the high school from Tech Equipment Inc., Huntington Station, New York. Authorizing Jersey Cooperative Ed Data Vendor. Includes installation, service contract, training, and professional development in the amount of $263,450 to be paid for the state grant. Approval to purchase high school wireless cable and equipment from Office Business Systems, Lincoln Park, in the amount of $47,538.40 as per New Jersey Contract 7379 to be paid through the state grant. Approve the bedbug superintendent items. How convenient. Bedbug Professionals Incorporated, Lakewood, New Jersey, to inspect classrooms at Lakewood Early Childhood Center, Clifton Avenue, Spruce Street, Oak Street, and Lakewood Middle School, effective November 19th through June 2012. Cost is $200 an hour as needed, subject to the receipt of license search, reference check, and valid certificates.
Is that with the dog?
Yeah, it actually, that's a good thing. It's a proactive thing with a dog. Just now that my good friend Pastor Wilson, we really are friends beyond it all. They actually went to the high school the other night and spent a few hours, and tonight at Clarksville.
And they were here tonight.
And they actually, we had a dog here with the man and dog. Reports and recommendations of the superintendent, certificated appointments. Consultants, non-public, 1112, as needed, no cost, paid through 192, 193. Faye Grunwald, $40 an hour, educational consultant. Nahama Raish, $40 an hour, educational consultant. Rifki Fishman, $60 an hour, occupational therapist. Superintendent's items, appointments. Henva Weinstein, OT, standard certificate of the superintendent recommendation
effective January 3rd, 12 or sooner through June 30th, 12, MA 30, step 14, 57,699 prorated, pending negotiations per IRS settlement, funds to be transferred from related services. Superintendent items, certificated appointments, Christina Bendash, school nurse, LECC, standard certificate effective November 28th, terminating June 30th, salary $44,541, BA step 1, prorated, pending negotiation, replacement for Ms. McClure, who was terminated at $81,593. 2, non-certificate appointments, Wilmary Cruz, para, LECC, effective November 28th, terminated June 30th, 60 credit, step 9, $18,629 prorated, pending negotiations, replacement for Y. Mahia, transferred, $17,477. Superintendent item to approve the following student, number 906358, to opt out of her physical education class at high school. She is enrolled in the health and fitness program at Ocean County Vocational Technical School. Mr. John Craddock, athletic director, has reviewed the program curriculum to ensure that it satisfies the graduation requirements of Lakewood School District.
Mike, I have a question. What's the difference between gym at the high school and gym at the vocational school?
Well, actually, there is a difference. There's I don't want to go through the extensiveness.
Well, just give me a brief.
Well, briefly, in the high school, from what I understand, well, Mr. Craddock has reviewed this, but from what I understand, the physical plan of the vocational school limits somewhat the amount of activities they can do. They don't have the luxurious gym that we have in the high school. But Mr. Craddock, Ms. Silva had, I'm just reading here. Ms. Silva, has Mr. Craddock reviewed this according to what you wrote there?
According to what he indicated to me, yes.
And you have documentation of same.
Thank you.
Okay. Non-certificated appointments, Jeremy Reyes, Arise, in-house copying, effective December 12th, terminating June 30th, salary $18 per hour, not to exceed 25 hours per week, replacement for Xerox copying contract. Settlement employee 4353, which we already approved to settle. The termination date was not September 30th, it was October 31st, 2011. Approval to set up, as the board secretary recommendation, to set up new bank account for flexible spending account as per New Jersey Chapter 78 PL 2011 with Sovereign Santander Bank. Signatures on accounts will be business administrator and or assistant board secretary. Important for the public to approve the following employees to attend passive restraint training, Vineland program phase 1, November 21st, 22nd, 23rd, at Oak Street School Gymnasium from 10:30 to 2:30. Sean Bernstein Clifton, Elizabeth Ramondo Spruce, Elizabeth Serenati Middle, Bob King Middle, Valerie Sergio Middle, Sean Reed High School, Peter Bubbles High School, Raymond Franklin High School, Thomas Steinberg Preschool, Lauren Chaffee Preschool, Jennifer Ifelici Preschool, Christine Proctor Oak, Margaret Brown Oak, Sue Rivera Oak, Michael Randolph Oak, Brenda Hopt Oak, Mariella Marshall Oak, Christine Naff Oak, Joanne Lamarabuji. 2, to approve the following training in crisis management training, violent passive restraint for December 5th, 6th, 7th, 12th, 13th, and 14th, 2011. 6 4-hour sessions, total cost $2,400. Superintendent to approve contract with LL Teach, Inc., effective December 1st, terminating May 2012, for a cost of $32,069.10, paid through Title I funds. LL Teach personnel will conduct 17 full-day coaching and/or PD sessions for approximately 4 to 6 math teachers assigned to teaching Algebra 1 and 2 and provide recommended materials. Personnel, recommendation of the superintendent, certificate of leave of absence. Yuda Weiss, speech therapist, LECC, NJFMLA, sick and personal paid effective December 12th, terminated December 10th, 20th. 0.5, pending attendance data, NJFMLA unpaid effective December 20th, terminating March 15, 2012, tentatively. Non-certificated leave of absence. Laura Gavon, paraprofessional, Oak Street School, NJFMLA unpaid, effective November 1st, terminating December 5th, tentatively. Janice Kawaka, paraprofessional, Lakewood High School, NJFM sick and personal paid, effective November 21st, terminating February 10th, pending attendance data, NJFM unpaid, effective February 13, 2012, terminating June 30th, 2012. Those are the addendum we were thinking. Is there a motion?
Yes, there is.
Second.
A second? Is
Second,
there,
me.
is a first by Mr. Friedman, a second by Mr. Zlakin, is there discussion? Seeing none? Can we roll call, please?
Mr. Friedman,
Yes.
Mr. Greenspan,
Yes.
Mr. Seitler,
Yeah.
Mr. Silver,
Yeah.
Mr. Tiff,
Are we voting just on the addendum?
Addendum.
Yes.
Mr. Zlatkin,
Yes.
Mr. Grunhut. All addendums passed.
Mike, through the chair, real quick, real quick. On the agenda,
There's a teacher that I like to mention that's resigning, Alita Salgado. I know she's not here, but I know her. She was my daughter's teacher. Just to make a note that she will be greatly missed in the school. She can also work together on the PTO and a lot of fundraisers for the school. I just want to know that it's going to be very, she's going to be very missed. Thank you.
Motion to. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. For those who had our cake, enjoy. Thank you for your patience and endurance, and be well.